Welcome to Tam's Side Goodbye. She's ready to take you to new heights. All you gonna do is open your mind. Take a ride and a deep dive into your life.
Well, hello, my amazing friends. So I just want to say that my channel is for people who want to be stretched a little bit. You know, it's kind of like, the moms that sneak a little vegetables into their child's macaroni and cheese or spaghetti. They grind it up and they put it in the sauce some kind of way so the kid never knows it's there. That's kind of how I am with my approach. I'm gonna take a counseling approach to anything that I do so that I'm helping you in some way. I'm not just giving you the plain Jane. No, of course I do have the 16 type videos where I do plain Jane it and I give you the hardcore, this is the personality type from an ENFJ's perspective. But on all of my videos, I'm gonna sneak in some ways to help you, to stretch you, to make you think a little bit differently, to explore Myers-Briggs in a different light. So if you're the type of person that likes to take things to the next level and you don't like just the status quo, then my channel is for you. And today is an example of that because we're going to talk about ENFJ struggles. And even if we don't reach any conclusions, we're going to think about it, we're going to explore it, and hopefully get you on track to getting out of some of those kinks and figure out how to make your life better, right? Because we're on this planet and we got to make it the best that we can. So, ENFJs, are you struggling with anything? Put it below in the comment section. Compared to other types, are ENFJs good at handling struggles in life or low on the totem pole? What do you think? How do you handle struggles in life? How did you handle the pandemic? And how are you still handling it? The aftermath or the, what we're still going through. Did you find that you handled it well? That you had good coping mechanisms in place? Or did you get thrown off balance? In many ways, the pandemic isn't a fair assessment of, because it was something we'd never experienced before. Most people had not encountered a pandemic and didn't know anyone who had, gone through that so that they could pull knowledge from that person. So what happened? We all went into fight or flight mode. Do you know what that is? It's a very common psychological term. When you're faced with danger, you either fight or you run away from it. You try to escape. So what did you do with the pandemic? Did you try to fight it or did you try to hide from it? Some people retracted to the extreme left while others acted out to the extreme right. There have been times in my life as an ENFJ that I have had a really hard time with many, many obstacles. Looking back, I'm amazed at how much I accomplished during those rough and difficult times. I felt like the train was falling off the rails, and yet I still managed to keep going and do things I never thought I could. I would see people falling apart who were handed a fraction of what I'd been given, or they were going through far less than I had, and then became incapable of doing anything, quitting jobs, just all kind of stuff. So I think the ENFJ can find strength when they are rock bottom. What do you think? Keep going and smiling even when they are miserable inside. Have you ever felt miserable, ENFJs? They have to make things happen because they know if one train is falling off the track, If they don't push through, there will be several things falling off the track. And who wants that? Who wants to pick up all those pieces? ENFJs can be going through a nightmare and still make traction, creating and making things happen. It's awful because they can feel so bad and still have to do so much, but somehow, I don't even know if you can call it the strength to do it, but they just do it. The extroverted judging combo can be quite powerful. It knows how to execute. It knows what happens if you let everything everywhere fall apart. ENFJs tend to be self-reliant, so they're not going to be the best at asking for help. Not usually. But maybe you're an exception. Do you ask for help? Put it in the comments below. They kind of assume that if I'm busy, you must be busy too. It definitely helps in hard times to have some level of support and help. Sometimes they appreciate it and don't know how much they needed it until someone steps in and helps. They have to be careful though, because their EJ can make them feel they are much more capable than they are, which could lead to stress and physical problems and long-lasting issues due to the neglect of the self for others' needs, wants, and the piling monumental task. Struggling can be so difficult. The pandemic is a great example, and like most caring citizens, they took it hard. They feel a great deal of, emotionally, so many of them are probably quite drained. So, as far as struggles go, where do you think ENFJs stack up? Do you think ENFJs struggle more than most people, or do you think it's about the same? So, let us know in the comment section some of the struggles that you've been through, and how you've handled it. If you have any coping strategies or tips for the rest of us, then let us know that too. One of the things that makes it difficult being an ENFJ is dealing with difficult people. It's like we can usually figure out how to navigate, but sometimes we come against that person that is just crazy. And I hate to call a narcissist crazy, because they definitely most of them had a lot of childhood wounds, and so they are survivors. They are in survival mode, but the problem is we all pay for it, which is why I wrote The Workplace Narcissist. And it's not just about, this is just what I title them, the workaholic narcissist, but I explore narcissism in its fullest. And I talk about, how to understand them and coping techniques and strategies, because these people are not going away. So if you need help in this area, definitely check out my book, The Workplace Narcissist. It was a difficult write because I don't think of myself as a book writer, even though I've written for years. But I did it for you guys because we've got to stop being abused by these people. So check it out. It's on Amazon by Tamara Zyon. If you want me to do more ENFJ videos, be sure to like this video. Make sure you hit the bell notification. Share my videos with your friends. And I will see you guys on the next video. Bye.
Personality disorders, stay away from them narcs. Watch your personality, target, you know who you are. Welcome to Enfj Struggles.